Hey guys, we're here today at Norm's gym. I'm going to take you through what I normally do for back. I split up my back days, one for not only pull down movements, sometimes I'll throw in a row at the end, and a different day of rows. So we're going to take you through, Chris is going to be kind of describing some techniques I do and what techniques not to do throughout this, so I hope you guys enjoy.
So lat pull down, you want to grab the bar slightly outside your own shoulder width where you're generally the strongest. You sit down, you pull your shoulder blades down, lock them in, you keep them in that position, and then when you pull down in a way where your elbows are being tucked into your ribs. As you can see, the elbows aren't passing the midline of the body. Shoulder blades are staying in. So this next one we're going to talk about, most people do this incorrectly. I wouldn't know or say incorrectly, they just use momentum, swing weight, and bring more upper back into the movement by swinging backwards during the movement. You see leaning way back, bringing more of the upper back into play. Lats are of course working, but they're not taking the direct hit. Not necessarily this is completely incorrect, but you can get a lot more out of your pull down movements if you pull straight down like we demonstrated in the first segment. Next, what we're going to talk about, most people pull too much with their arms and not enough with their back, hence why they can't get their back sore or get a good contraction. Here you can see she's pulling more with her arms. Of course your back is involved, but not as good as it could be. Now she's going to do it correctly. You can see now the lats are moving more contractile forces occurring from the back, less so from the arms. You always know too is your brachials and your arms start to burn way more than your back does. That's how you know you're pulling too much with your arms or using too heavy a weight. Now wide grip, people do too wide grip. It's not necessarily it's a tremendously wrong thing, but when you have such a decreased mechanical advantage, you're pulling down, you couldn't possibly use heavy enough weight to cause enough trauma to the muscle to grow. Like again, it's not like it's completely incorrect, but most people get more benefit out of placing their hand placement where they are the strongest, displacing the most amount of weight on the arms, on the back as much as possible. So here's another variation of a pull down, choosing a neutral grip, double pulley at the top. As you can see here, shoulder blades are locked in, contracting with their back, pulling with their elbows. Hands are just mimicking as little hooks. You don't want to pull through your hand. Pull the elbow, pull your shoulder blades down again together. Squeezing the back. Obviously when the back's lean, you can see the contractile occurring versus when somebody's chubbed out.
Are you going to do this? Which one's comfortable for you?
So the last lat movement, she's going to do a pull over with a cable, with a straight bar. Key thing is keep your shoulder blades pinned down. Don't let them come protracted forward. You're pulling with your elbows, pulling straight back. Perfect. There's different variations you can do with this. Obviously, kneeling, bending over more to change the angle of how your lats or weight's being distributed. Some people extend their arms straight above their head, but at the top there's less resistance at this angle of pull, so she starts her arms a little bit above parallel to the floor. So here we're doing a variation of a row to hit the lower lats. When you hit your lower lats, it's all about the angle of pull, where you're pulling the bar or the handle to. She's pulling the handles right towards her belly. Some people can get away with doing it low sternum depending on the person's build. It's important to let your shoulder blades come forward in protraction. Retract your shoulder blades with pulling with your elbows, not your hands. You can't really see because it's covered with her top, but her lower lats are being contracted. Upper back's being involved. But again, it's all about the angle of pull. If you pull that handle higher, you're going to hit more upper back. You pull it lower, you're going to hit more lats.